Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs, and welcome back to Gundam Breaker 4. Finally came up with another custom, and this time we are going out as Captain America. Let me show you what the build involved. Okay, so again, just because of that breakup of colors on the Denanzan's head, it made a really good Captain America head for this. Again, just for color layouts and not having too many Gundam-like surface features. The Dark Army torso worked out pretty well for this. Likewise, if you need a set of arms with not a lot of extra weapons or details and a bunch of uh, you know, and 3 color breakdowns to make some of these work, the GAN arms work very well. Need to get high rarity GAN arms. The legs are the Leo because they had the best color breakdown I could come up with. I did have to supplement things to make the boots close to correct. Gundam Gusion words, damn. Backpack, and it looks like I should probably combine those because I have a bunch of extras. I am going to leave this as the dominant one so I don't have to change the blueprint, so I'm going to also add some parts evolve parts to just make sure that I can transfer over as many skills as I want to. So yeah, take these high-grade Gusion parts, put them together. Recover hit points on attack hit. I've got hit point capacity, hit point recovery per second. Ground dodge is not bad. Invulnerable movement speed boost, also good. Do I want any of those? I may as well take the hit point recovery in place of recovery speed rescue, which I tend not to use. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I think you probably figured out if you have seen Avengers Endgame why I would want the Gusion backpack. Since various versions of Captain America did occasionally carry a sidearm, I've got the beam rifle shorty here for that. And since he occasionally, took machine guns from people he was fighting when he needed to, I've got the MMP-80, which looks, well, let's be honest, the, Xeon stuff all looks World War II on purpose, and 0080s were, in terms of like, mechanical design that really came to the fore. So yeah, that was a good choice for a good way to get an appropriate machine gun. Using melee obviously as my main close range attack. The shield is the Pallas Athena's shield. It was the closest one I could get to the correct color breakdown. I did at least get all the correct colors on there. Yeah, and used there is a star decal that made this relatively easy. And builder's parts. I used those big cuffs on the boots are actually a pair of round verniers. Situated around the ankles. I kind of wonder if they are going to flare out into boosting when we go out, but we'll find out. To get the head wings, I stuck a full armor Knight Gundam inside his skull, or visor for a full armor Knight Gundam inside his skull. The A on the head was easy thanks to the Gundam age sensors. Since he does not actually, did I end up using? I think the Adzam leader is inside the shield, just so I would have some kind of throwable disc weapon. Solar reactor, what purpose did that serve? I forget. Oh yeah, probably a neck again. No? I don't know. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see the Adzam leader under the beam sabers on the underside of the shield. But I am kind of at a loss at the moment as to where the solar reactor went. I know I put it on here for some reason or other, but let's see, where does it show me that being? Doesn't. Okay, so yeah, I'm not quite sure where I put it or why. I'm sure it was some detail I wanted to have represented somewhere, but for the life of me, I don't remember. but it's there, and I can have Trans Am if I need it. Now, for the belt, I wound up with using the Mega Particle Cannon as the buckle again, because I don't have a lot of other good, like, belt buckle shaped ornaments. But the black part around that is a missile pod. Is that solar reactor? Now, let's zoom in and see if we can figure it out. Solar reactor goes where? Okay, it's not the neck. The neck is not enhanced in this case. Nothing. I don't think it's anything on the torso. I might have stuck it inside the shield too. I'm not 100% sure on that. But or it might just be tiny and inside just to get Trans Am in there, because why not? Take a look real quick. Adjust. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is a tiny solar reactor in, oops, I need to put that back where I found it. That is a tiny solar reactor inside the torso, because I wasn't sure where else to put it. But I guess for some reason I wanted him to have Trans Am, so he's got Trans Am. Yeah, that is one nice thing. If you want parts for function but not appearance, you can just kind of hide them inside other parts. But yeah, that is the build. I have armor repair, Trans Am, and a mega particle cannon in the belt buckle. Assault. I have burst breaker and assault stimulant. You know, very basic EX and awakening and burst, but a decent set of sub weapons, missiles, Adzam leaders, the Gusion hammer. Yeah. And let's see, I believe since I first built this, I've gotten more hit point parts, so I am going to find those. Where are you, hit points? There it is, hit point capacity. So, all right, hit point capacity. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Actually, thruster gauge. I have a bunch of options, but I don't use shooting mode very often, so we'll go with thruster gauge capacity and hit point capacity. Leave it at that. Apply changes, yes. All right, so we are gonna go and do the next chapter of the DLC. Unless I come up with some other really cool custom ideas. Yeah, with the there's the Adzam leader with the shield turned off in the lobby. It's just kind of hanging there. But yeah, unless I come up with some really cool ideas for new customs, we are probably going to just call this as a series until new DLC or whatever comes out after this DLC is complete. So let's use another breaker booster and let's see where we are story-wise. Pretty sure we're about to get called in to help Lilin, so let's see how that works out. Hey, looks like we are ready to go.
Master Jin, is it time? Are we finally ready to go get Lilin?
Hopefully. Oh yeah, auto text.
Yes.
On.
With the battle tournament concluded,
Okay.
Katamatsu
Well, let's
should
hope.
have all the data he needs.
The crowd seemed pretty pumped during the tournament. Think it was enough?
Well,
Gotta be, right?
probably. We have assembled Spirit Bomb, and now we have to throw it.
People were eager to see a rematch between the two teams that saved GB4.
That worked out pretty well.
How do they know about that? I thought the developers never released
Oh,
any footage
people
of our fight
talk.
with Chaos.
It's like
They didn't.
if there's
Officially, the whole thing was just
you know, anything I know about the internet, people talk.
The company knows their story doesn't hold up, though. Not really. They're probably
Yeah, that sounds
hoping the
about
whole
right.
thing will just go away if
It's
they
like
ignore
the-
it.
That's a fairly common thing. We can't acknowledge this officially, but if you know, you know. But I've seen plenty of that over the years.
The players have to know something happened, and they know our teams were involved to an extent. That won't be enough for some. Most people are willing to believe it was just some in-game event gone wrong, but everyone else put 2 and 2 together.
Fair.
So it's an open secret, like the 0083 GP series?
Whatever their reasons, Plenty of people were excited to watch.
I don't know if I'd call the GP series an
emotional
open
data we
secret.
gathered
I mean,
surpassed
I guess
all
probably amongst the, Federation military it probably is. But,
Katamatsu is working on that. In fact, I expect to hear from him any minute now.
okay, well, that sounds like a cue.
Speak of the devil.
Yep. Yeah, I think
Sorry to keep you waiting.
I think the
finally
build
got a
for
reading
this
from
came out
Lilith.
pretty good, so we will see what we can do.
Her stone wall security is
Okay,
definitely
good.
showing some cracks. If we want to extract her, this is the time.
All right. Well, we
You
can
should
give it a
prep for
try.
another dive and try talking to her again.
Wow, that was a lot of lip flaps
Something
for,
wrong,
in the lips. I'm betting that was like a sigh or something. Like I said, got the sound turned down so I don't have to wear headphones.
Like before.
Oh.
We've done everything we can to help her, Lynn. Don't worry.
Nothing to,
sure it
left to
will
do
work
but
this
try.
time. If Katamatsu is getting active signals from Lilin, that means she's trying to contact
Okay,
the
good.
outside. It means she wants to be
I wonder if this is one stage or if there will be multiples. Multiples would kind of make sense, but also this is also EX stage 10, which is a nice round number, so we'll see what happens. If it's a very long stage, so be it, but, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I really think you should. I think
Of
it's
course.
probably going to be
You two are still the best
two of
candidates
us
for this mission
and
because of your
who?
mutual bond with Lilin.
I feel like Artal might be a good choice as an AI.
And I'll be joining you as well.
Oh,
We may
okay.
need to find
There
our
we
way
go.
through additional
Yeah.
defenses.
Having an extra, that was my, like, second
It'll be a
guess,
cakewalk
but,
with all three of you working together.
well, hopefully.
The old champions and the new. It's fitting.
I can't predict what you'll find inside, but I trust you'll do whatever it takes.
Oh, yeah.
This does mean Meister Jin won't be helping you in the control room, though. Will that be a problem?
That won't be an issue. I called in a specialist to help
Hey,
with the finer details.
I can only,
I wonder who he's talking about.
there's only one person I can think of it could be.
Let's
And,
just say they're the best person for this
yeah.
particular job.
Yeah, we're going to get
We'll
surprised
it
and find out Chaos is helping us do this.
This
I'm
is
almost
it.
certain.
Make any final preparations you
Alright.
need.
Let
then
us
get
go.
ready to
Let us go
dive.
diving.
And as for you, how about a few
Few words to boost morale. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go with that one, but yeah, let's just keep it simple. I don't know. Feels like I picked an appropriate build for team leadering for this, so let's
Everything comes down to whether
see what we
or
can
not
do.
You can get through to Lilin.
We're all counting on you three.
still feel like Artal might be good to have along too, but
Please bring Lilin safely
let's see what
back to
happens.
us.
No matter what happens, I know you guys can do it.
You go in there and get her, Lynn. Her family is waiting for her. Yeah.
Okay, let's get this mission started.
Sorry it took so long, Lilin, but we're finally on our
okay,
way.
we are
And
now
this time, we're not
getting
leaving
ready for the
without you.
stage, hopefully. But let's see. Yep. Yeah, I think this was a good build for this mission, so let's see what we can do about it. I like having this stuff in bright colors. I always have. It's nice to be able to do that, so yeah. And let's get out there and see what we can do. All right, going in. I got the melee part up to like level 47, I think, so not quite maxed, but pretty good. So we're going to be able to hopefully, bash our way through some stuff here pretty well. Let's find out. Okay, yep, it is still purple in here.
Feels like everything relies on us getting this right.
Yeah, I think that's a good amount of power.
Your mission is the same as last
See,
time. Take
I
down the security and
he
find
would not,
your
of course, have missiles on his person, but I think Captain America would be more or less familiar with throwing grenades.
The enemies you
Um,
face might be
let's
stronger
see.
than before.
And there's that. And sword. Let's try the hammer. Decent damage, not outstanding. But yeah, this is working well enough so far. Okay, GN hand missile unit, Gundam Curious. And let's see. Yeah, so far so good. Like I said, you know, not bad. With a launcher there. Ah, yes, and this is one of the movesets with a throw. That makes me happy. Crunch. Decent crunch. There's probably more effective ways to use the hammer, and I will hopefully remember them as I go. Okay, yeah, if I hold the button, it has a heck of a wind-up, so I'm going to have to be careful about it, but I'm sure that was part of the claw moveset, but this is not claw, this is melee. Oh, I'm soaking up parts at a good clip. That's good. Next is... Oh. That took a second to show up, but... Okay, Reborn's Gundam, 00 Riser, and the Susanoo. Okay, come on. There we go. That was what I wanted. Okay, so we are... Yep, may as well start on the 00 Riser, because it is all right in front of me. Yeah, sometimes, again, something about this area, maybe it's supposed to look just kind of weird and ethereal, but something about this area just makes the graphics a little bit, like the frame rate just a little bit, like off, choppy. Oh yeah, no, of course with the MMP-80, when I tap the button I get a grenade instead of machine gun fire. Fine by me. Okay, and... that stopped that Susanoo. Let's see if I can finish it off. Yeah, it's one of those attacks where unless you start at the right distance or you do not get get your target caught on you, you're not going to get the most out of it. Let's see. There, it was caught. Got pretty good damage. Sword this, and yeah, the Reborn's Gundam. I hope it is. I hope it is transformable into the Reborn's canon, because I like that. That is a neat feature. The way they handled Gundam Maxter's alternate mode, I don't know if that's going to work, or at least not as well as I'd like. I'd like to switch freely between those modes in setup, but yeah, it may be something I have to activate as an EX or an option part. Which, you know, on Maxter that bothers me because, again, that the boxing mode torso would be perfect, absolutely perfect for my Kamen Rider build. And you can't leave it in that. And there's an option in the menu to be able to switch between normal and alternate modes of a part. So, yeah, there's no really good reason why that is not a possibility. I don't understand. But, you know, design decisions, that's kind of difficult to say at 3 in the morning. They get made, and right or wrong, you know, the game has to go out the door functional. So, I get it. But man, if they could patch that in the future so that so that the alternate look was like a permanent option, so I could build my, so I could improve my Kamen Rider, that would be nice. Kamen Rider number 1, I should specify, because I was going to say improve my Kamen Rider build, but Kamen Rider build is a separate Kamen Rider, so that could lead to confusion. Not as much confusion as it probably leads to for people who have never actually seen any of the Kamen Rider stuff, of which there is a lot, but still confusion. In terms of Kamen Rider, remember the name of the company. They do a lot of... Discotech. Just put out Kamen Rider V3 on Blu-ray. That is the second oldest of the Rider series. The original Kamen Rider is not available on disc at the moment, but it is streaming. Apparently, Shin Kamen Rider finally came out on Blu-ray in Japan, and there is an alternate cut of the movie which presents it as though it were 5 episodes of the original series, with footage that was not used in in theatrical cut. So that is something I will probably be keeping an eye out for on Surugaya in the future. I think I mentioned it in some video or other. Last time I ordered anything from Surugaya, I did get Tryon 3. And eventually I will stop procrastinating and build it even. Probably. Eventually, maybe. Also, they finally got in the Best Mecha Collection anniversary version of the Gundam, which is basically, I think I've mentioned it before, I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but on the off chance you didn't see that video or don't remember, that little very blocky, stiff version of the Gundam that shows up in some of these stages as like a metal slime crystal lizard kind of deal where you can get a bunch of bonus points if you kill it. That is, I am not fighting the right things. Please take me to your lead. I'm going to have to go around the corner. But yeah, that is actually the original 1981 1/144 scale Gundam model. And the anniversary Best Mecha Collection version they just did is basically a modern version of that kit molded in full color, in no need of glue, using basically entry grade technology. You don't need tools to put together, as far as I know. You can just, assemble it. So that's nice. I like the entry grade kits. I've got a stack of them that need to go to Toys for Tots this year because, I figure I was the kind of kid who took my toys apart. My brother was very much the kind of kid who took his toys apart. And yeah, so, there are kids who just like building things and, a model kit that it turns into a nice little posable action figure and requires no tools, no glue, no paint. That sounds like a good thing to have for Toys for Tots, in my opinion. But I've mentioned this before, but can't hurt to do it again, even though we're kind of closing in on some of the deadlines for Toys for Tots and what have you. Every year, Radio Free Cybertron, the podcast I'm on, does a donation drive called Elf on a Shelf Warmer. Basically, if you're a toy person and you check the stores regularly, there are toys whose faces you do not ever want to see again. You've probably seen, if you're a Transformers collector, you've probably seen enough Bumblebees to last you a lifetime. But, kids are not us. They're not collectors. They just want to have cool toys to play with. So those Bumblebees can go right in a bin to Toys for Tots and clear the shelf for something new. And also, just like places like Ollie's, if you're in the U.S., things like that have a lot of good markdowns this time of year. So it is a good time to be, just donating stuff where you can, especially this year, because there were an awful lot of places that just got hit by weather really hard, and a lot of other people just having a difficult time of it. So it's a good time to actually see what we can do for each other, because that's the only way I think we're going to get through. I've said that before lately, but it's been on my mind. But yeah, so yeah, that is that is a thing we do. I'm just gonna encourage anybody who is able to get some toys for a bunch of different for everybody of every age, kids of all ages and what have you. Dolls, action figures, cars, all those good toy things. Just do what you can. That is what I am trying to do. And let's see. I'm trying to do that, and I'm also trying to smash things with hammers. The dichotomy of man or something. But yeah, I am liking how this build came out. Okay, I forgot. The Beam Rifle Shorty has that cartwheel. That is even better. Yeah, this is a pretty, except for the part where he, launches missiles out of his midsection, this is otherwise a pretty good build for Captain America, I want to say. Especially since that Adzam leader, as the shield throw, stuns. So that definitely does help get things out of my face when I need. And crunch. There we go. Yeah. Alright. And you sit still. There we go. Yeah, like I said, Adzam leader very handy because I swear every time you get down to like one like grunt mobile suit, they will just Shadow Gundam, aka Gundam Spiegel. That is a good thing because well, who doesn't want to be a German ninja, honestly? The most ridiculously nonsensical thing I can imagine, but it's another good G Gundam design. It seems like they really did have the 30th anniversary of G Gundam in mind when they made this game. Good, I got a throw in. I didn't expect to. Let's do it twice. That was fun. I love the throws. Just, you know, if I could suplex a train, I very much would. But I found out early next year there is a 30th anniversary book coming out for G Gundam that, from the sound of things, promises to be in the style of, very much in the style of Gundam Archive, one of my all-time favorite books. If you have never seen a copy of Gundam Archive, it can be kind of pricey on the secondary market because it is big. It is like, I think it's like 11 by 14, and it weighs like 5 pounds, and it is just about all the significant art, like character and mecha design, and prop design, and a lot of the preliminary art for Mobile Suit Gundam, the original. And yeah, just a really nice book if you ever get a hold of it. I want there to be something like that for Zeta, because I don't think Zeta has one of those, and I know there is an absolute treasure trove of pre-production art for Zeta that has been published piecemeal, sometimes in very small formats across a lot of books and magazines over the years, but never all in one place that I know. So yeah, I would like that to exist. There's one for Char's Counterattack, but which also comes with all of the storyboards, in both Tomino's and other people's, and that's another one I would love to have, but that one is like even way more expensive than Gundam Archive. So, but again, happy it exists. I will probably get to it eventually, but eventually is not generally now. Okay, could I? Thank you. I was about to say, could I lock onto a boss here? Right, and let's just keep stabbing that, and then we'll go for the other ones. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I do like. Again, I like the moves and the move sets and the weapons and things that let you do unusual things. Just give the gameplay variety, because Dynasty Warriors style games live and die by variety. You have to be able to make things interesting for yourself, and Breaker has the positive of being able to make a zillion custom mobile suits, but being able to make them all handle differently is also a virtue. So I don't know about Dynasty Warriors Origins yet. I want to download the demo. I will get to it eventually. I'll get to a lot of things eventually, but yeah, I want to try it. It is the first mainline Dynasty Warriors game in a while. 9 was okay, but I feel like it really kind of lost a little bit of what made the series good, in a way that most of the spin-offs do not. But they all, still feel like what I'm looking for. Hyrule Warriors was pretty good. I'm sure I haven't played One Piece Pirate Muso, but there's a bunch of them. But yeah, I would like to. I'd like to see it. I'd like to try it, and I'll get around. Yep, Shadow Gundam. Bunch of Shadow Gundam chunks. Get this V2 Buster Cannon out of it. Other thing, there was a UC Engage stream Sunday night into Monday morning. They're going to do another release of the Robot Spirits Gundam version anime, and to be honest, I kind of want it, because it's not super different from what we've already got, but it does have the improved head sculpt that is not easy to get. It's on the Perfect Gundam, which I have, but I want to leave that on the Perfect Gundam. And it's also on the relatively expensive and out of print Gundam Final Battle version, which, yeah. But yeah, there are two different head sculpts for the Robot Spirits Gundam version anime. They kind of remind me, the one I'm thinking of, the one that's on the 15th anniversary version that'll be out, I think, next year, reminds me more of the way Yasuhiko draws the Gundam's face. It's a little bit more like drawn out, a little bit longer a face, and I like how that looks. The old Gundam The Origin RX-78 figure from like 20 years ago when Origin first started had a very similar head sculpt. And I always liked that about it. Conveniently, that Gundam is also the only one of those three figures that held up. The Zaku and the Char Zaku, which are more different than those two are outside of, anywhere else. They had an extremely brittle metallic plastic hip joint, and the hips were just like a single tube made out of this super brittle plastic that then plugged into pegs on the legs. And yeah, if you try and adjust those at a weird angle, they'll just shattered on both of my Zakus, which is I'm glad that there are now kits of Origin Zaku designs, because I liked them. I thought they were pretty neat, but those figures were just very fragile. I'm not sure I don't like the Origin Gundam figure better than the model kits, just because the model kits, of course, are based on the animation generally, which is a redesign, I believe, by Hajime Katoki, and the manga version is a little bit closer to the original anime, and of course the Origin manga. So I like the Gundam's animation design. It is simple, it is elegant, it's neat. Okay, so what is our boss? We're fighting a big explosion. I mean, we're the ones who should be making the big explosion. Okay, that is the Master Gundam in a Neo Zeong. That makes perfect sense. Well, it's a combination of things, because those are definitely Burning Gundam shoulders, which I'm pretty sure were... Okay, yeah, so... Okay, yeah, so I thought we'd fought something like this before, but... Boss rush. Yes, it is all our greatest hits. That is what a boss rush is for, Lynn. Guard? A pretty good guard, as it should be, with, a mighty shield. Can't hurl the mighty shield, but I can hurl the mighty Adzem leader I keep underneath it. Oh yeah, I saw a really, really excellent movie on YouTube the other day. It is an indie film called Hundreds of Beavers, and is basically like a silent film / live action Warner Brothers cartoon about a guy who has to become a fur trapper, and all of the animals he's trying to trap are played by people in suits, people in like cartoon beaver costumes, mascot costumes, that kind of thing. And yeah, it's mostly but not entirely silent. It's all like slapstick, like I said, Warner Brothers cartoon type gags. It is an amazing movie. It is up on YouTube for free. If you have a couple of hours to spend, it's really funny. But probably somewhere around PG-13, I want to say, just so. I don't know how many people under that age bracket actually watch me. Hope. I don't mind it, but also just thinking about, and if YouTube decides you're a kid's channel, they just stop letting you monetize. So yeah, I'm not a kid's channel. Please don't think of me as a kid's channel. let's see if I can finish this off with one set of Trans Am. Well, not when it goes up in the air. It's probably about, let's just smack it then. Okay, yeah, that was a pretty good shot. Yeah, I wanted to try and finish it off while in Awakening, but honestly, yeah, since it was going to just decide to fly, I decided that wasn't going to work. Also, especially since it, I forgot we are to the half health shield phase, so I also have a shield, but I'm not too worried about it. Oh wow, Jin's down. Let me get him.
I'm down? How'd they pull that off?
It is trying. Okay, yeah, he's up. Triangle. Well, I'm going to say that if Meister Jin went down from these attacks and I, face tanked them and didn't, then, yeah, I am in pretty good place. Alright. And we are here. Almost done with the shield part. I find it a little bit hard sometimes to retarget in when the enemy and I are both in the air. Like switching target locations so I can take care of those weak spots, that gets tricky too. Okay, I don't know what this shield is you put up. I'm sure it's something the Neo Zeong is known for doing, but I'd like you to stop. Okay. Yeah, see what I mean? It is really hard to find those circles. Okay, well, it's down now, so let's go Trans Am so I can do as much damage as possible in a short time. Oops, it dodged. Okay. Yeah, pretty good damage here. I am overestimate, but that's okay. We are just going to see what we can do. See, this is a 5-wave stage, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's the only one for this DLC, but I guess we'll just have to see what happens with Lilin after we finish off this Zeong. Yeah, I'm not, I'm taking damage, but I'm not in a lot of danger here. This is why one of the things I build for is hit points, because then I, since I'm just going to be there spamming buttons, I can survive it. Not bad. Almost there. Unfortunately, my Awakening gauge charging very slowly. It has an attack of purple. I'm not sure what that means, but I hope it keeps it to itself, because I do not wish to contract purple at this time. Okay. And out. Okay, good. Healed the allies. That's important. And let's shoot that shoulder. Hopefully it'll drop when I do. It dropped. Good. Let's keep smiting because we are almost there. Could you aim? How do you miss something that big? Like, sometimes the lock-ons are a little bit finicky. Sometimes they're a lot finicky. Let's be real. But yeah, I can't help but think it. Just like, you are fighting an apartment building with hands, and somehow, against all odds, you manage to miss it with a giant beam. Like that. Well, I did kind of graze its butt, but that's about it. Yeah. Like, it's absolutely absurd to think that you could miss something like this. Random thing that just came to mind, because, there, of course, is an old Transformer named Broadside. He turns into a jet and an aircraft carrier. You can see him having fallen onto Devastator in one G1 episode. But there's no Beast Wars equivalent of Broadside. There's also no City Bots in Beast Wars, so yeah, I want a Beast Wars version of Broadside that turns into a barn. Okay, so looks like there is another level, or is this just another wave in this? From the way it's talking, I have a feeling it's going to be another level, which means we will save that for Thursday. I think Thanksgiving is kind of an appropriate time to finish up Gundam Breaker 4, so I really am thankful that this game even happened. So, yep, mission complete. Yeah, so we'll see the rest that day. Let's see what we get, though, out of this stuff. Okay, S's on all waves. C on time on the last wave, but that should still be an easy S rank. And, okay, pose looks pretty good, honestly. Got Spiegel blades left and right, new builder's parts, good. S rank. Reborn's Gundam legs, and this should take us up to builder rank 50. What do we get out of that? Nightingale colors, Gundam Legolas colors, Mobile Dalmay. Okay, good. Now, what do we have? I think that's the Shenlong Gundam's beam glaive. Another melee part, another martial art part. Victory's beam saber, the master cloth, which of course is a whip. More martial arts and melee parts, so hopefully that'll let me increase the power on my existing melee part a little bit. Large GN beam saber in a lovely shade of orange. Always good to have more saber blade colors. Helios Gundam, which I'm pretty sure uses a recolored version of the Gundam X's beam saber. GN Sword 5, the Shiranui sword that goes to Mr. Bushido, of course. Jin Beam Pistol 2 Axe mode. Large GN beam saber again. GN Buster sword. I'm not sure what that goes to, but well, it's a great sword and it's here. So, and GN Sword 2. Let's see, Dober Gun. Serpent Beam Cannon, Lupus Beam Rifle, the V-Dash's Mega Beam Rifle. Yeah, I think that's generally known as the clothesline, if I'm not mistaken. But does kind of look like a actually it looks like a big clothespin, but I seem to recall it had some kind of laundry-related nickname. Gatling gun for. Not even sure what this Gatling gun is for. Is it a version of the heavy arms? I don't know. Doesn't say, so can't really guess, but I can't remember what that goes to. Brain. GN Bazooka. GN Buster Rifle. Assuming that goes to the Greatsword. Helios. Or beam pistols. GN Sword Rifle mode. And missile units. Okay. Okay, so the Buster Sword also has a rifle mode. Doesn't make a very convincing rifle, but, you know, if it shoots things, it shoots things. Sandrock. Shadow Gundam. You can probably make use of that. Master Gundam, Victory Gundam. E2. Oh, level 20 Master Grade GPO2 head. Reborn's Gundam head. Nice. Double Quanta. Gundam Zabanya. Sure I have that. No, apparently I didn't, because it says it's new. Okay, so, yep, those are definitely parts. And, okay, yeah, the RK Gundam is what gets that sword. Let's see. Shenlong Gundam Torso. I'm wearing... No, Kamen Rider's wearing one. Captain America's. Custom. Tallgeese. Shadow Gundam. That actually has a certain amount of potential for Kamen Rider-esque builds too, I think. Have to think about that, but for me, it's not terrible. Arms, yeah, so pretty much the same assortment of suits all the way through. Reborn's Gundam. Small GN Fin Fang. Okay. Okay, got the Tallgeese Endless Waltz backpack. That's new. Apparently. Yeah, bunch of new parts. Reborn's Gundam backpack should, I think. Yeah, those are also Fin Fangs, I believe, and GN cannons, and they turn, and if it becomes Reborn's cannon, those will, I believe, become the cannons. Shields. Reborn shield looks shieldy. Up to level 4 parts enhance and ability cartridges. That's not worth keeping. Keep down. Nah, that's not worth it. That's not worth it. That's not worth the downsides for the little bit of upside. Same. I have a perfect guard part. That's useless. That definitely is not worth the downsides. That. Neither is that. Neither is that. Yeah, probably not. Keep that. Maybe. I still suspect that when they say when parts lost, it means when the enemy loses parts, but I'm not 100% sure. Go. Pretty sure I have parts that do just those things. That goes, that goes, that goes. Movement speed, yeah, that do. And that is that. All right, let's see. Any cutscenes before we end for the day, or we'll leave that for next time? Looks like it'll leave it for next time. All right, so the next stage, which we will do next time, is Our Place. Okay, yeah, that looks like it's going to be the final stage, so we will give that a go next time. Like I said, Thanksgiving for U.S. Thanksgiving seems like a good time to be rounding out the story, and also seems like a good time to be doing it using Captain America. So that is the plan for Thursday. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Breaker 4. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later.